Hello and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Sagittarius in September 2021. I don't know what the hell that's about. Anyway, hi Sag, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Wherever you guys are in the world, hope you're safe, happy, healthy, secure. Take good care of yourselves and those that you know and love, okay? Sag, no other announcements, so anything you want, it's already in the description box. Let's get into your reading. First card out in September is, Ace of Cups in reverse, Eight of Cups, and then the Eight of Swords. Alright, so change of the guard, changing circumstances, this idea of fluctuation is coming through with the two eights here. So where you are, wherever you are, however you feel, something about in the now, Sag, whenever this reading comes across your feed, whenever you watch it, listen to it, whatever, there is discontent. You might be experiencing it, someone you're dealing with might be experiencing it, but there's severe, interesting word, severe discontent. You have put in effort, energy, time, money, whatever, in a situation, in a connection, in a circumstance, and the payout is just not there. Or your fulfillment is gone, tapped out with the Ace of Cups in reverse. I think for many of you, this is, I don't want to say boredom. It's not about being bored. It's like you fulfilled your duty. It's like knowing that whatever has existed up until this point has served its served its sentence, but no, served its tenure. A connection, a relationship, a job, a certain mindset that you're in or have been in, and you know that there's not much more else to gain here. Now, this might be a late in the game revelation to you or realization for you, because the Eight of Swords definitely, look at the artwork on the card, gives me a stuck energy. So for some of you, you still feel stuck to the situation, even if you are not making any moves or don't have it in you to kind of get away from it. What I'm saying is, for some of you, you feel you're tied and bound to a certain circumstance, to a certain relationship, and there is no way to get back or refill that cup, let's say it that way. So I'm not here, even though it happens often, I'm not here to tell you, cut people off and, run for the hills, or, only do things if they serve you. I'm not here to tell you that. We each have our own different set of principles and morals and perspectives, yes? But that's kind of what I sense you're struggling with, is like you're in a place, in a time, in a chapter of your life where things aren't going a certain way, or not that things aren't going a certain way, things aren't going anywhere. Thank you. Things aren't going anywhere is what this feels like. It's the same thing day in, day out. Maybe that's the boredom thing, even though I don't think I think boredom could be a symptom, but I don't think like that's the culprit. The thing that isn't the true root. The true root is not boredom. Thank you. But again, it might be a symptom. So things are the same day in, day out. It's a routine. Sagittarius, it's not that you can't do routine, you can, but the routine has to have fulfillment. You have to feel alive as you do it. Other signs are a lot easier in rote things that don't have a lot of oomph to them, a lot of passion in them or something like that. Wherever you are, your life lacks passion, or the situation you're in or the relationships you're in lack passion. They might, like there's so much here. I'm just going to use the title of the show. I don't know that this has much to do with your reading, but like they gave me the soap opera title Young and the Restless. You know, you're as young as you feel, but you know, there is sort of like in the name, young and the restless. Like when you're younger, you know, in life as compared to someone who's older in life, there is this sense of like untapped potential, unspent energy. And I think that's kind of where you're at. You have a desire for change and transformation with the eights, right? You have an awareness that life ebbs and flows, and right now it's not flowing, it's ebbing, and you're seeking, desiring, if not seeking, you desire the flow for whatever blockages you have with the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Cups in reverse. You want them to be unplugged. Take me out of this. I don't, you know, and it's such a general vibe. For some of you, this is about relationships. For others of you, it's like a job situation, your living situation, whatever. But how things are currently, it's not the vibe. It's not where you want to be. It's not how you want to be. You want more, you want different, you want something else. And some of you feel, well, there's an impossibility with getting something else because circumstance, duty, responsibility, whatever ties you to it. So even if you want something, you're not necessarily going to get it, or you're not allowed to get it because the rules say, I'm not supposed to, or I'm not allowed, or I've you know, sort of hedged my bets here, and now there's no backsies. Something like that. I'm curious about the Eight of Swords, but I think you understand that if that's your message, so I don't think we need to clarify that. Some of you, you're not heavily affected by the Eight of Swords, or rather, it's not the circumstance or responsibilities that make you feel stuck, it's your own mindset. So this could be, for some of you, the Eight of Swords could be about your self-esteem or your self-actualization is the word they're giving me, but self-belief. Thank you. You might be quite insecure. You might feel the change you're desiring, the path that you think you want to explore has a lot of risk involved, or there's a lot that you need to have before you can go a certain route, and you might believe that you're incapable of accomplishing certain things or attaining certain things before you go down that path. Does that make sense? Okay. Let me see. Yeah, so we're not going to clarify the Eight of Swords. I think if that resonates with you, you understand it. The Eight of Cups is just exhaustion, tired of this shit, tired of things feeling awful, tired of having no energy, tired of spending all my time, energy, and effort on other people, you know, whatever. So yeah, we're just going to build on this. Thank you. You know, sometimes I have to like bargain with them. Can we move on? So let's just build on the story. We don't need to clarify anything. Excuse me, what else is going on here for Sagittarius in September? Let's build on the message. What else is happening here? Show me more. Come on now. Oh, okay. There? That's fine, they say. They say that's fine. Okay. So, first card was the Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Okay. No majors. Interesting. So, and me being drawn to mention no major arcana. So basically, Sag, this is a very reality-based reading, meaning this is affecting your day-to-day. This is talking about, again, your routines, the people, places, and things that you are regularly involved with, and give your time, energy, and effort to, and money too, a little bit with the pentacles there. But it's less to do about any type of cosmic presence. It's very earth-based. It's very 3D based, okay? So For some of you, maybe you are, you're watching a tarot reading, so maybe you're seeking insight and information and guidance from a metaphysical place, from a spiritual place, and that's not necessarily necessary at this point. Okay? That's the whole reason that yes, that is why there's no major arcanas here. So, as much as I appreciate you watching, give more resonance and importance to your reality. Okay? Now, Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Part of your dissatisfaction with whatever we're talking about, whatever area of your life this resonates with, is due to fighting. But for some of you, it's family. So you have a lot of bickering, or a lot of, if not bickering, there's a lot of points of view. Everybody has something to say. Everybody has something to share. Everybody has an opinion. And we know what opinions are like. Okay? And that's aggravating to you. In some cases, it is not strictly, it is strongly coming through as critiques of you, specifically, you in your circumstances, Sag. What you're doing wrong, what you should be doing instead of the wrong thing, how you should be behaving, how you should be dressing. You shouldn't prioritize this in your life. You shouldn't be working here. You should be working there instead. You shouldn't be talking to this person. You should be talking to this other person over here instead. You shouldn't be married to this person. You should divorce them. Like, there's a whole bunch of what you should do coming from people around you. Mostly your family, if not your family, people that you consider family or who you have close to you or in your surroundings. Yes. And if you look at this card with the Five of Swords, what do we have? We have a dress pattern with 5 different sets of scissors, pairs of scissors, trying to cut along those dotted lines. And if we presume there are 5 different hands controlling those scissors, well, this isn't going to go well. Some of them are going to cut exactly on the line. Some are going to cut underneath it. Some of them are going to cut above the line. So it's just like, it's not going to make a pretty dress pattern once all of the cutting is done. So there's too many chefs in the kitchen, too many opinions. Now, Five of Swords also can be quite combative. So again, you might be sitting idly by and allowing people to like crossfire in front of you, argue in front of you, because I feel over here also with the eights and the Ace of Cups in reverse up there is sort of like a checked out feeling. Like, we are approaching the 9 and the 10. The 8 is like pre-boarding. It's like a pre-boarding for a flight. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to take off out of here, because 9 and 10 are ultimately, we're culminating. Something is culminating. Something is coming to an end. Something is leaving, departing our lives, or we're departing the situation. And traditionally, the 8 of Cups shows a person walking away in the dead of night. So I'm not necessarily saying that you're pulling a disappearing act or you're trying to escape, you're trying to run away. Maybe you are. But there is like this, because several of you, your mind, your heart your spirit is already set on departure. You're not going to involve yourself in the Five of Swords. It would be pointless. Why would I argue about something when I'm about to leave, or I have a desire to leave, right? Even if you don't go anywhere, it's like you're mentally checked out. Have you seen that? I've seen that. I've participated myself, where there could be a discussion going on, some type of argument, some type of debate, whatever, and people are going at it, yelling perhaps, shouting like, rabid fiends or something like that. And there's 1 or 2 people in the room who just sit there in silence, staring off into space. Like, disassociation is essentially what they're doing. And maybe that's what you're doing. And, disassociation, be careful with that. But now, that could be a long-standing history for some of you, if this is a family affair, if this is a family situation, where this is how it is in the Sagittarius household. Since you were a kid, this is how arguments are settled. This is how people express themselves. Or if it's a family situation, this is how your life has always been. Your parents, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, whomever, are always criticizing you on everything that you do. Going back here, for some of you, they might be criticizing your body or your fashion or how you present yourself in the world. So it's very biting, whatever we're talking about. Now, truth of the matter, Ace of Swords over here. Listen, here's what I'm suspecting. I'm suspecting that, Sag, you dare not express your truth because, again, I think you understand the situation either won't change, so you don't want to waste your breath, or another segment of your energy is, so other Sagittariuses in this energy are preparing the departure with the 2 8s. The truth of the matter is, I can't stand it here anymore, so I'm about to dip. But why would I announce that before I do it? So for some of you, this is going to be a residual, like, it's like, you send a text, like a group text or a group thing on Messenger or something like that. Hey guys, it's me, Sag. So I just wanted to let you all know I'm moving to St. Louis. And this is like 2 days after you've already arrived in St. Louis. And like you're at your new apartment. Do you understand? It's like after the fact, you give the truth. Because if you delivered it beforehand, it's just going to make a bigger kerfuffle out of shit. It's just going to make people even more irritating to you. So why say a thing? Why even mention it? Now, I personally, as a human, I wouldn't do that. I love giving people notice because nobody's going to stop me. You can criticize all you want. I'm still going to St. Louis. That would be me. But other people, you got your different ways, and you're dealing with people who are different than any person I've ever dealt with. So I understand that. So, and I'm like drawn to like this illustration with the different cakes and pies. Hold on a second. Yeah. If you wanted to, you don't have to. Aces are only potentials, right? It's not a given. It's not a guarantee. If you chose to, Sag, you could give every person in the situation, however many people there are, a piece of your mind. Like all those different cakes and pies with the slices cut out of them, you could serve each person their own individual slice of truth. If you chose to, you do not have to. I'm not advising BT dubs. It's a free world market, right? Or free will market, free will world, right? So I feel the choice of words and when to say the words is very much in your control. And going back here with the ace coming right below the 8 of swords, I feel like that truth, or not even necessarily truth, well, yeah, it's like a personal truth. Whatever it is, expressing it, picking up this knife and using it, wielding it, that would cut you free from this 8 of swords. Not all of you, some of you. Maybe the sitting in the room. I don't advise, I'm not giving advice here. I don't know what you're dealing with. I don't know the people that you're dealing with. But the sitting in the room quietly, not expressing your opinion or not pushing back on people's critiques, that can sometimes be permissible behavior. I'm not saying it is, it could be. Or at least it could be perceived in that way. Someone could say to you, well, Sag, I never knew you felt that way. Even though you thought it was quite obvious. I'm sitting here checked out of the conversation. I mean, you're like having a one-sided conversation. You thought that was me saying I'm okay with whatever's coming out of your mouth. Like to you, it's obvious, potentially. But to the other person, just to be devil's advocate here, it might not be so obvious. Now, again, I don't know who you're dealing with. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what the context of the situation. So take that with a grain of salt. But I feel like the expression of your own personal truth can be something that helps set you free. Okay? Let's get one card or a potential outcome for this message for Sag, and then we're going to wrap up. Potential outcome for Sagittarius in this situation. What's the potential outcome, please? Well, you got 2 of them. 3 of Wands again. that's come out in other readings, and I think we're taking this, right? Yeah, they're like, of course. They're like, of course we're going to take it. It's there. All right, so Three of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be dealing, don't have to be. So I think this is you. You know, borrowing from your cousins, the earth signs. You might be making slow but steady moves to do things your own way, independently, with some type of fervor, with some type of plan a game plan in hand with the Three of Wands. But I don't see you wallowing, let's say it that way. Okay, so even if you are moving, it's a slow movement, and other people might be, you know, well, you're not doing it, and, oh, you said you were gonna, or, well, what about this big plan of yours, Sagittarius? I don't see it. You know, that's the thing about the Knight of Pentacles. It creeps along. It's hard to tell the progress that's occurring, but it is happening. And I like it because it's a good measure, or it's a good marrying. It's a good combination of your innate energy of wands, fire, and not opposite, but certainly not complementary energy of earth, pentacles. I like this. I think it's stable. I think it's steady, but I also think that it's resolute, and I think it's calculated, yes, planned. I think it's a good, again, combination of passion and practicality in some forward moving motion. It might not be timely, so you or other people might be a little annoyed, or again, like disbelieving because it's happening so slowly, but it is happening. I like that. That's kind of what I expect of a Sagittarius, to make moves on their own and to have a plan in place, even if no one else knows about it. So I think that is that's what's transpiring. That's what is going to, God, finish the sentence. That is what's going to unfold over time. There you go. All right, Sag, that's your reading for September. If you like the reading, like it. If you want to share a comment, let me know how it resonates, please drop it down below. I'd love to read it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. That'd be awesome. If you want to find me for a personal reading, you can look on how to do so by checking out the description box below. And yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.